What is up, guys? This is your boy and the Matrix, and we are back talking about localizers once again because it never gets old. I mean, it never gets old. I mean, these localizers, they just love to ruin, manga, anime, and video games. I mean, I've covered like a number. I've lost count as to how many times a localizer has ruined an anime, manga, or video game. But this time, it's what a manga called "I Think I Turned My Childhood Friend into a Girl." Right? I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. Right? And this is from 7 Seas. Right? 7 Seas English localization. And I want to point out something very quick here because 7 Seas. I made a video about how an American manga publisher was trying to create a union for the employees, right? And that was 7 Seas. And 7 Seas did not want to acknowledge the union of their employees because they were the ones that were localizing these manga translations and ruining them at the same time. They were absolutely ruining these manga translations. I mean, horrible, right? And it's no wonder that why 7 Seas did not acknowledge them, why 7 Seas wanted to kick them out. Okay? And honestly, they deserve what they got. They deserve what they got because people are not happy with these translations, man. Seriously, people are not happy with these translations. So, I am here abounding into comics, and we're going to get into this. But before we do, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell and like this video. Guys, I'm on the road to get 1,000 subscribers. I very much appreciate your help. So if you like anime, manga, video games, geek culture, Japanese culture, subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into it. Okay, so what is this manga about? Okay, I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. So basically, plain and simple, one of the characters is a very girly type of guy. He's heterosexual, but he's very girly, right? He likes to play with makeup. He likes to, design and do makeup and all that stuff, right? And eventually, he starts to cross-dressing, right? He's a cross-dresser. But in the English translations, they change it to where they change him into a complete transgender girl, right? Check this out. So here are the translations, right? We're gonna get right into it. All right, here are the translations for the manga. So the Japanese. Here's the Japanese. I'm gonna zoom in. Here's the Japanese, right? And I can read 2 Japanese languages. I cannot read the kanji, which are these characters, right? The romanization of Japanese is basically writing the Japanese sounds in English. So, arewa kino hatsubai no anju no shinsaku ripu, right? The literal translation says, that's the new Anju lipstick that went on sale yesterday, right? And in English, this is 7 Seas, right? This is what 7 Seas did. They took the literal translation and said the new Angel lipstick just dropped yesterday. They changed it, right? Here's another one. So in the Japanese romanization, the sound, it says Tenya no ramen oragi ogori sankai. The literal translation says treat me to ramen from Tenya 3 times. And then the English translation says, buy me three ramens at Tenga. Here, this one here sounds very entitled. This one here sounds very, very entitled. So here she's asking, treat me to ramen. Here saying, buy me. Kind of like demanding. It's a very arrogant way of asking for something. All right, so this is really what I wanted to show you guys. This is really what shows you how they ruined the manga by turning the character into a feminine guy. To changing the language to where the guy is a transgender girl. Basically trying to westernize it. You know what I mean? To what's happening now with the whole gender ideologies in the West. So here, in the Japanese version, the romanization says Boku ga onan no ko mitai ni henshin shitai totan, right? The literal translation says, as soon as I was transformed into looking like a girl. Again, into looking like a girl. And then in the English translation, the 7 Seas localizers, right? The 7 Seas localizers, they said, ever since I came out as a girl. Ever since I came out as a girl. So Look at the difference here. It says, as I was transformed into looking like a girl. And this one says, ever since I came out as a girl. Do you see what they're doing? Do you see what they're doing? See, the English localization implies that Hyura is transgender. But in the manga, the guy never identifies as a transgender person. So they're actually disrespecting the character. Right? They're not honoring the character, they're disrespecting him and changing it to their liking, to the localizers' liking, instead of staying true to the translation. It's stupid. Here's another one. So the Japanese romanization, the sound of the words, it says, "Koshite boku wa onanoko ni naru koto o ketsui shita." And the literal translation says, and that was how I decided to become a girl. See how he decided to become a girl. And the English translation for 7C says, and just like that, I decided to become a girl. Do you see the do you see this? The translations here are absolutely just. I mean, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. They're doing this on purpose. And of course, another thing that kind of bothered me was that the people that are defending this are other localizers. And I talked about this localizer before, Katrina Leonodakis. I talked about her before because in one of her Twitter posts she said that she doesn't like how Japanese women are always in a bikini because she says that it's sexist or whatever, right? And I mean, of course. I mean, and I look at other localizers, and they all seem to be doing the same thing. They all seem to be having the same like mentality of like the whole like transgenderism and the pronouns. You guys get the point, right? Now you're probably wondering, like, Andy Matrix, why does it bother you so much? Why does it bother you so much that they're doing this to this manga? Look, if they're gonna do it because obviously this is supposed to be like a romance manga, kind of like a Yuri manga. They're doing this to a Yuri manga, right? And the more power these people have, they're gonna start doing it to action manga like Naruto, kind of like the shonen stuff, right? They're gonna start doing it to the shonen stuff, little by little, right? That's why we need to call these people out. Otherwise, this is just going to keep spreading. And they're going to do this to more and more manga. And then in a few years, the more Western fans see this, such as you and I, we're going to see the sales of manga just dropping. Okay, now that's just my prediction. You can come up with your own statistics. But I'm going to keep track of this localizer because she seems to be very active in what's happening. And also with other localizers that I found on Twitter. And I'm going to talk about them in other videos. I'm going to keep tracking them. But whatever your thoughts are, guys, make sure to comment below, like this video. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. Subscribe. I'm gonna keep you updated on what's happening with localizers, anime, manga, video games. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Andy Matrix. Godspeed.